Welcome to Wondertown! Whoa. Hello all you wonderful wonders out there. It is the mayor, Sean, here, and today I'm joined with my good friend, Mr. Brandon McClenahan. How you doing?
I am doing very well. Thank you for pronouncing my last name correctly.
I was actually really worried.
You did your research.
Good. Thank you, guys. Mm-hmm. All right, good. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm living the dream. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah.
Thanks for having me here. I'm very excited to be here. It's a crazy place.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate you coming on out here, man. How the heck did you even find this place?
The security check was a bit much. They looked. Luckily, I didn't bring anything with me, so everything was fine. But your door is pretty clearly marked. So
right, you know. No, it's too much so.
Yeah.
So, but
they all know where you're at.
Glad we found that. Well, good. Well, for my lunch break today, we got a few activities. Which would you like to do first? We can check the mail, we can read the news, or we can spin the wheel that you've previously set up over here.
I say we do the news.
The news?
The
no
news.
Problem. Okay, so the problem is it came in a little earlier. I've been trying to get this freaking thing around the office, and so if you wouldn't mind just kind of having a swing at it, because I just haven't been able to see it. I mean, it's just kind of just freaking ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, if you just go ahead and just give it a big.
Oh! It got all over me.
Yeah, but that's why I mean, look, location.
Here, this one got on my arm.
That thing, I just sort of, the window was open. I don't know. When you live here, you kind of get used to it. I figured more.
It's a strange and magical place.
There'll be more of us.
Yeah.
So, in front of you, sir, while I'm reading the news, if you wouldn't mind, there's actually a couple of drawing materials in there.
Okay.
If you feel comfortable, would you mind adding something to Wondertown? Like a character or a thing? It could be anything, honestly. Something
Can
that...
it be veiny?
It could be as...
I'm kidding, I don't know how to draw veins.
Well, that's...
Yeah, I'm worried that I might recreate somebody that already exists here.
What are the odds of there's like
and
a
then
real,
I start writing a story and he does and then he connects with me. That's like 3 different movies. So
it's like,
I'm not being original at all. It was Stranger Than Fiction is kind of that. Yeah. What if Will Ferrell just showed up and he was like, Brandon, you're writing my life? And I'd be like, I was a good writer for a little while.
Check this out. Purdue University has developed a fabric that's there's like an innovation that you can allow for tech work to be weaved into it. So it's called like e-textile. It contains sensors, music players, simple illumination displays and stuff. It can be washed. It's waterproof. It's breathable. Essentially, we're making the suit for that Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah.
You just wear that and you can just tap dance like.
I want it. Is that do I get a gift bag?
Maybe we can have one of those. I just want like an electric tie that like will blend stuff. It's just spins.
Ooh, that's
really
good. Yeah. For like the end of your
just,
chocolate milk when it's like half milk, half chocolate.
And
you dip the tie back in, boom, it's back up,
right.
100%.
But essentially, that's where we're headed towards. It's based on omniphobic omniphobic triboelectric nanogeneratorous material.
Damn it! That's what I was gonna call mine.
Yeah,
that was exact. It was up between like the thing and that.
We joke, but there is like some dude in Latvia with like he's Iron Man 2ing.
He's in his garage right now. Yeah, he's like half man, half machine, working on like a scorpion tail that fires freedom.
But they're all made out of, it's probably what happened with the dude from Men's Warehouse. He got into some shit, right?
What did happen with him? Yeah, no, I didn't keep up on him.
I think him and McAfee are just running around and becoming like their own Sinister Seven.
It's like him and the furniture store guy, or like they've gotten together. They run this town now.
Oh
bro.
No,
it's all lollipops.
Yeah. Definitely. The future seems like fun.
I want to draw more pock marks in this man's face.
I think down there might have been another news report if you want to grab that. Yeah.
Oh, it's this one. It was under my shoe.
Gross. I
don't want that on me. I got news on me.
I gotta stop leaving the window open, man. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, the world's largest rooftop urban farm is set to open in Paris next year. It's set to feed thousands of people every year, as it's this self-sustaining garden. It's gonna be run by 20 gardeners, and it's gonna have about 30 different plant species in there. It's running about 14,000 square meters, and it's going to be the largest urban farm in Europe. It's going to cover everywhere, and they're going to try to implement that system into all of the dead areas within the city, kind of like how Singapore has made those.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so they're...
Now, is this similar to vertical farming, or is it a different idea?
Yeah, almost. I think it's like a mixture of the two. Is what
okay, yeah, because I've been pro vertical farming for like 5 years, and like people look at me like I'm nuts. But when you explain like food deserts and like areas where... Like Vegas is a great example. We have 2,000 million people, 2 million people living in this area, and like we have like a fruit farm that everybody goes and picks apples at. But no, like vertical farming, basically, it was the same. It's that same notion, but it's just you instead of taking up this huge expansive area like most modern farms do, you take it up. You do like a 32-story building, and like each floor has its own like ventilation system and all this stuff, and then they reuse the water to help other plants, and it all just kind of integrates and works out. And I'm like, why? 5 years ago, we knew that this was the way to go. Yeah. I still don't understand why we're not doing that yet. Capitalize off that research.
It's because of the money, man. And have you seen the cabbage that was grown in space? Have you seen what it looks like? When food is not set to gravity, the way it looks, it's crazy. Cabbage, when it's like just set to grow in any direction, it looks like this weird kind of sea urchin-y, like Mighty Boosh monster.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's like
neat.
A Call of Cthulhu, Lovecraftian. Like I couldn't even imagine the horror of the cabbage.
Neither could they.
What are the farmers markets like here in Wondertown?
It depends on what you consider to be a farmer and what you would consider to be a market.
Do you actually buy farmers?
There's a place for that.
It seems very literal.
That was the issue with the first time I tried to ever use.
Is that your neighbor?
That is the Yeti man. He gives a bunch of ice cream whenever it's warm out, but he's just manic a lot of the times. He just kind of flails. We gotta give him that bell just so he wouldn't just something to do.
There's just no ball in it. It's just like
it makes noise. Trust me.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So it turns out Yetis are nocturnal.
Oh,
fun fact.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Wonder what's gonna be there. They okay.
Yeti,
so
cabbage Yeti.
In space,
Yetis with cabbage.
Cabbages with dude. The logistics of that is going to be great. What who do we've got here? I feel like
I'm ready to offer. When I walked down the street here,
yes,
I noticed a lot of very interesting people, some very polite people, some government officials that seemed to be asking a lot of people for paperwork they didn't have.
Did you not have your paperwork on you?
See, I wasn't told I was supposed to bring paperwork,
yes.
and they looked for it in a lot of places. So,
I need to give you the purple form.
This is how I felt as I was going through the experience, and so I would very much like Crazy Larry, the new denizen of. I feel like the town could use some more blood-soaked madness, and so Crazy Larry.
Can you show Crazy Larry to the camera?
Yes.
Oh no.
Crazy Larry.
Is he just a face? How? That's
he
amazing.
Doesn't have the outline of a face because he's everywhere.
Oh yes.
Bleeding from the mouth. He has a couple broken teeth. His eyes, insane. He also thinks that vertical farming is now. However, he's political. I mean, he kills, but with logic.
That's what makes him crazy.
And he announces himself as a crazy person, which is nice.
There's
no guessing.
Especially if I'm just going to be if he's going to be popping up behind me when I close medicine cabinets, and if I'm going to be like looking behind the back seat.
When you're carrying your groceries to your car, it's Larry that's behind you.
Great.
That way we know we have a face.
Good.
No head.
Just
face.
Crazy Larry.
He has hair. Who knows what it's rooted to?
Is there a specific way to get him out here or summon him, or is it just he's just on his own little?
Yeah, you have to say his catchphrase backwards.
Oh, it's what's his catchphrase one more time? I'm Crazy Larry. My
close.
Me? No.
It would actually be Yerol Yizak me.
I'm Crazy Larry.
I told you we shouldn't have done that.
Well, welcome, Larry. Hopefully he can help with the things that keep flying into my freaking office.
Oh,
do you have this fly sweater?
I think I gave it back.
I think it has.
It took the Larry.
Gary.
Larry.
Well, we've got the mail to check, and we've got the wheel to spin. So it's up to you, really. On
I
what
am
else.
very tactile, so I think I'm going to spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel, thank
Yeah.
you. Sure.
Yeah,
And,
here we go.
100% more. I would like to just say thank you for bringing Larry into this fine world.
Yes, and may he haunt your dreams.
I love it. He should be like a Christmas thing. It sounds very German.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
very, yeah.
So I have a question because obviously I watched a lot of Price is Right as a
Yes.
child. Bob Barker, screw you, Drew Carey. Actually, I don't have any beef with Drew Carey, but he's not Bob Barker. Can I spin this as hard as I can? Because
long
that's what
as-
I always want people to do.
Right.
But then they're like, oh, well, they'll break the wheel. And I'm like, I don't want to break the wheel.
I would love it if you just hurt your wrist as much as you could while you did it. Like if you just didn't have any kind of form.
If I just punched it.
Yeah, and if just kind of like you lost any kind of hand-eye coordination would be that would be preferred.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel in whatever country he decides to land on. We're gonna turn on the VPN and disappear from this place for a second and see what's happening, see what's trending and wherever he lands. And so
I'm excited.
let's go ahead and take a
All right.
look here.
I don't want to be that. They'll be like, he's a wuss. You didn't spin it on him. But
I mean,
you're
you're gonna really you built it up there. You're gonna have to. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. Like with his little spaces I had to move.
Yeah, I felt like
thing was cooking.
There's definitely a tree shaking somewhere.
Japan!
Japan. There
That's how
we
they say
go.
it there, right? Japan!
As long as
I've
you,
never been
you have
there.
to shake your fist though, really angrily with this.
Japan!
Japan is not Jordan. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and there we are. We are now in Japan.
Whoa.
Wow.
It reminds me a lot of Wondertown.
So here's the front page of what is trending right now in Japan. So,
Okay.
At your leisure, we can go ahead and just pick anything that you see. Anything.
Let's do this guy.
Which guy?
This
here?
gentleman here.
This gentleman
yeah.
here. All right.
He
so
looks
let's
like
check out
a Final
PS4.
Fantasy character a little bit.
Looks like a trailer to a video game. So let's go ahead and let's
You know how I
have a
love video games. I do love them. That's why I picked Japan.
Japan is great. Japan definitely raised us for a lot of like when we were.
Whoa.
Is it going to start with strings or is it going to go to like a
Like a heavy, like a haunting string note.
yeah, like a dun, 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 from director so and so? Because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
looks very like somebody's trying to win an
It's
award
heavy.
with this. Yeah,
Ooh, guitar riff.
there it is. Ooh,
Something a little Clapton.
it's like a Shenmue or whatever. What was that?
This is some bedtime music right here.
I mean, he needs to prove himself to his dad, right? That's clearly his uncle.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking.
That's the grandfather that raised him.
It's the tale as old as time.
I feel like we've got
Man.
to rob the bank.
Yeah. Man versus father, man versus God.
The new Banjo-Kazooie looks intense.
Yeah, seriously, this guy, he's changed so much. He's a pizza delivery guy now.
No, but I feel like it's gonna get really crazy. A baseball bat's got to be involved.
I hope nothing happens to that guy.
What's he gonna say? At some point, someone's gonna go Yamaro. They're gonna say stop. Yeah, Nani. And then somebody's gonna go.
That ponytail is tight, though. Maybe it's about tying tight ponytails.
There's gonna be a girl going.
As there should.
She's gonna be reaching out.
This is like the music they play at the end of an anime, as opposed to the intro.
This is the last episode
Yeah.
of the season. It kind of looks like a Tekken ending.
It really does.
It's gonna be like. So he got out of prison,
Ooh,
and now he's got to prove himself again.
father. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go. But it turns out aliens were involved.
Time to get a job.
Is this where like the Japaneseness comes in?
Well, like this guy.
You ever watch Kung Fu Hustle?
Oh yeah.
With them dancing with the axes?
Yeah.
That visual is great. But that's a
He's like,
Chinese.
dude, calm down. We just started talking.
It's insane because there's definitely a calling for this. There's somebody right now freaking out. There's two.
Oh yeah,
two
they're
Japanese.
like, oh my god, they're gonna talk about his dad too. Yes,
He
that's
went
what's
back?
been missing. Oh, I was always like, I love Cloud in Final Fantasy VII, but like, what's up with his dad?
I want to just see Japanese us now, just doing our thing.
Yeah.
And
And I'll be like, Sean.
Brandon and Mayor Desku.
Oh,
There it is.
boom,
There's one. Oh, got it.
nailed it.
Okay.
Now he's the trash.
And now he has to street fight a bunch of dragons.
It's clearly Liu Kang.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Has this all been for Mortal Kombat?
This is actually the origin story for Dig Dug. Remember, he has to...
There was a reason he had to dig those holes. Dig Dug's father was hard to please, man.
Turns out the Yakuza has very strong ties to some mining rights.
Their greatest agent, Dig Dug.
This is his old boyfriend that gets killed with the broken CD.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you can get a haircut.
Anytime you bring in Beethoven, you got me.
Here.
Alright, this is starting to look really dope there.
There it is. There it is. Yep.
That's what's been missing. He needs to kick more people.
Where is it though? Where's the 100-foot naked baby angel thing that's gonna show up and eat half the city?
Yeah.
7.
Wow.
What is? Oh no.
It's the 6 previous story. It's been told about each boy and his father. And it's like the Kentucky cycle. It's like one of those plays that takes like 9 hours to do.
Right.
And we see like the full revolution. And 7 is what ties it all together.
It's like Cloud Atlas, but with just a bunch of penitive stories about. Remember Tomba for the PlayStation with the pink hair?
Oh yeah.
That has nothing to do with this.
But it's important that it be included.
There's 7 of these.
There's
things.
7.
It's
yeah.
like I remember when I was in Japan and I was walking around the Sega buildings. They have giant arcade buildings, and you're not allowed to film in there, but you know. They
But I did.
they just had these games that you're like, what do you mean this is the 15th version of this? And it was just insane. I remember
It's like Fruit Ninja 73.
But you actually have to be a Fruit Ninja. They kind of laugh at you if you don't have.
If you're not like legit a Fruit
You're
Ninja.
not Pomegranate. Oh, what's wrong with you?
What belt are you even, Fruit Ninja?
All right, last thing to do is check the mail.
Check the mail.
Yeah, let's see.
All right.
Mailman came a little earlier. One of these days.
Are the mailman, are they paid by the government?
I don't really know, honestly, what his deal is. I've looked on the ledger.
I just don't know if we can trust him.
If you saw him, you'd trust him.
Okay.
It's one of those things where, you remember, like if you saw the Elephant Man, you'd trust him, right? Like, because I figured.
You know who you don't trust?
Who?
Crazy Larry.
Crazy Larry.
All right. I shouldn't have done that.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm
very
I
sorry.
just needed less of a reason to sleep.
Yes, he will destroy your dreams.
Today, it looks so in all the. Do you speak it? Jenny.
Hold on,
from the
I'm gonna grab a
Philippines.
drink.
Go for it. Yeah.
All right.
We got Jenny from the Philippines.
Jenny from the Philippines.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so
Jenny.
If you go ahead and look down at the bottom of your table, there's a whiteboard. We're
Yes.
gonna go ahead and hear what she's gonna ask us. She's gonna spew a word to us, and we're going to guess to see what we think it could possibly.
She's gonna spew it at us.
to spew it. Hopefully,
That's not very flattering.
Jenny is definitely a flattering lady, though. She's very nice.
Hello, Jenny.
Jenny, my dear. Here
Do
we
you like
go.
men
All
who are
right,
6'3"?
let's do it.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi,
I'm
Jenny.
from Philippines. I speak Tagalog, so I have a question for you. When you say cigarillo, what does it mean?
Cigarillo. What do we think?
Whoa.
Cigarillo.
I mean, I know what to do with a cigarillo.
I mean,
Am I right?
Hey.
Not here, though. It's very
it's.
illegal.
I haven't even attended.
Look, the Yeti shows up right when we start talking about it.
It's
You know
cream.
what they say about Yetis.
That they don't like to stop screaming at 3:30 in the morning. That's when they're trying to establish their dominant circles.
That is exactly what they say.
That's what they should say.
That's it. All right, so cigarillo.
Huh?
What are they
yeah,
saying?
cigarillo.
Cigarillo.
The thing that's throwing me off is that realio. You know?
Right, because it's not
wondering-
for fake, it's for real.
It's just so far. I think sometimes it's going to be insane, but it's not, and then when it's not, it is.
Right.
It's very paradoxical.
It's like the game Balderdash.
It's
if
like-
you go too intense, you're wrong. If
Yeah.
you go too simple, you're wrong.
I get your game here. Cigarillo. So okay, let's.
All right. So
down
I mean,
and see.
cigar. Obviously, that
mean-
lends to believe that it's some kind of smoking apparatus. Now that might just be I'm putting my own. See now, because it's a word that I'm familiar with having a different meaning.
Right.
What is their meaning for it?
It's kind of like if you heard the word armadillo, like the word like gay in Chinese means give. Language is a strange thing. Have you got an answer of?
No,
what you
I
might
immediately
possibly think?
erased it. I wrote it and I
Yeah.
said, you know what I don't like? My answer. Cigarillo. I'm on it.
Cigarillo.
I'm gonna say.
It's like armadillo.
I'm gonna go with it's. I know what mine's gonna be. I'm gonna spell the word wrong first. That.
And then you're gonna subtract. I got it. Every third letter will become a 4.
Yes.
And then we'll turn that into the quadratic formula.
I'm drawing mine too for extra points.
Everybody keeps drawing, man. I'm the
Oh,
only
you
one who's
suck,
not-
'cause
I
you didn't
know.
draw.
I'm the only guest so far that hasn't done anything.
Look,
I'm not
the
even
mayor
a guest.
doesn't have to draw. It's something that the plebes do.
It's more of a morale thing at this point. I feel like if I
I'm
don't
only
do
drawing to offset how
I'm
terrible
not sure
my
what
guess
happens
is.
if I don't get reelected, so I gotta try to stay in this. Anyway, are you ready?
I'm
You
super
good?
ready, yes.
Oh, great. Okay. Would you like me to guess first, or for you?
I'm gonna go first because yours is probably maybe in the realm of being correct.
I hope it's not, because so far it's been looking like that, and I don't trust myself.
All right, so
what do you got?
So it's cigarillo.
Cigarillo.
It's a hammock. See, as you can see by my
yes.
part banana, part chili pepper looking hammock. This is how I would draw a hammock. It is a hammock that you smoke a cigar in after a long day. Just no, honey. You can find me in the cigarillo.
It sounds like a
The day has to have been long too. I don't think I emphasized that enough,
Right.
so I'm going to underline it.
It's specific, because if it's not, it's a cigarilla, right? If it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
it's
just
like-
going to the cigarillo.
Right,
You know, down
yeah.
the road.
It's 2
Today
minutes.
was fine. I didn't have any problems
No,
today.
but
But if you're like, I'm going to the cigarillo.
Are you okay? Do you
And
want company?
exactly, it's like all of a
Yeah.
sudden the room drops and
Right.
people start looking around like,
Yeah, you know,
what happened to that guy's day today?
well, I guess it's a corn cob pipe.
Okay, we
like-
both went with smoking devices.
Right. I think the Relio is just the thing that maybe old Tagalog pirates would say. And
Okay.
I'm just upset I didn't think of anything nearly as amazing as that, because
changing
we got to
things.
do it.
I'm
Let's
putting the
see.
wonder in
All right.
Wondertown, baby.
Well, you got it. It's just the pizzazz, the wow and wowzers.
All right,
You got
Jenny.
the
It's
second
Jenny,
one. Do
right?
you want to
Jenny?
do the honors? Press the second button. There.
Is it Jenny?
Yes. It's
All right, Jenny. Tell
So-
me that it is
Go for
Native
it.
American, 80s, hip hop fusion.
And I will take corn cob pipe in the fashion of a 1920s pirate.
Or a hammock that you smoke a cigar in.
Right.
After a long day.
Well, it can't be.
Not a normal day.
Hi, I'm back. Okay, this is the answer for my question. When you say cigarillo, it means cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Oh, okay. Cigarettes.
All right. So
Now you're speaking my language.
cigarettes. I mean, I guess that was.
I thought I would have been on the nose to have assumed that it was, and then people would be like, that guy
I've
thinks.
stuck cigarettes into corncob pipes before, and
Okay.
cigarettes have
I smoke many cigarettes in hammocks.
Yes, I'm trying to think in terms of global. I think I'm gonna have to give it to you, man.
I'm gonna take this one.
I think you're.
I'm
gonna
gonna take
have
this
to,
one.
You rightly so.
And I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop in a hammock. I'm gonna wrap myself in it,
Just-
and I'm gonna light it on fire.
Make sure you do that thing though, that you drop the cigarette and like you kind of
Obviously.
flutter around. It's like
You're not talking to an amateur here,
right.
Sean.
It looks like yeah, you were definitely closer to anything than that.
I definitely was. I'm probably the most accurate guest you've had so far.
Sure, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely in the Hall of Fame.
Well, you've provided
the
the
Wondertown
most.
Hall of Fame. And the physical reality of Wondertown doesn't quite make sense to me. I feel like the sign is bigger than me. And
Every
I don't
other
understand
place
it.
is like a Willy Wonka hallway scene. There's
Yes.
just a lot of people constantly being like, "But Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor," and I'm like, but I thought so too.
Yeah.
They just kind of gave me a little whistle.
Yeah.
And a couple of.
A bunch of them kept giving me letters to give to you, and it must have been a joke or something because it was like, "Get me out of here, please! They're hurting my family," and I was
Right.
like cracking up about it. I was like, "What a
Right.
weird." thing to give to a stranger.
any of
I told him
those-
exactly where I was coming. That's okay, right?
You still have those letters, though, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I didn't do anything with them. Weird. Nothing weird with them.
I'm crazy.
All right.